Once you put an object, or once I put an object in the world, it survives, it stays, it builds a relationship with other things I've made and with works it's placed next to. And this is all happening in a different language, not in a spoken language, not in a verbal language, but in a sculptural language. And we understand things differently within that language. And I hope to add to this language, the language of sculpture. Moon. Moon. I think I'm going to put her out. Come on, Moon. My work for the British Ceramics Biennial is a group of heads in ceramic with oil paint. Clay is a great material to work with in sculpture because it records, on the one hand, your hand and the movement of the hand and the prints of the hand, and at the same time you can make form so quickly. Because I work with marble, I work with bronze, I work with wood, I work with fabric, I work with a lot of materials, but clay, there's something very kind of basic about it. Clay is happy to be moved. It enjoys that interaction. It kind of takes the imprint of the maker in the way that I use it. There's air inside. Maybe it's breathing. I work in groups, I work in families. Working within a family allows me a certain kind of freedom because I can work off one sculpture. So I'll paint one and then I'll move on to the next, and it will create a kind of relationship or dynamic. But the sculptures always have to be able to fend for themselves or live in a world by themselves, because usually these families are separated. And these works which come from a family, take off very much like us, from a family, and we move on. They have to stand for themselves. This one I made when I was 5 or 6, so maybe 45 years ago. And it's quite similar to what I'm doing now. I think one of the greatest moments one can have with the work of art is where the world outside doesn't exist, and it just becomes very quiet. It becomes you and the artwork. And recently I had a show at Fifth Street Gallery end of last year, and there I walked through this passage of a valley that I made, and I really enjoyed the kind of world I created, the quietness within it.